How's it going, everyone, and welcome to this video. In this video I'm gonna show you one of the trolliest team I've ever built. I've partly myself, and I think we just need to get started. So our core is two stuff, one of them being spell observation. Spell observation gives you 500 life points for every spell you will use or your opponent will use, and because this deck is mainly spells, that's a great card to use. So you'd want like two of them. The other card you'll need is Marshmallow. Marshmallow is a god that really is hard to get rid of because it can't be destroyed by battle, and it also lowers your opponent's HP by 1000 when you attack with him. It's a really good card that I'd suggest that you will try it. In this deck you'll need like three of them because it's the main card of the deck. Once you get one of those, you're pretty much set unless there's something special going on. And yeah, now we got an Ankaka Archer, which is just there for damage because it inflicts 500 damage to your opponent. It's not really much of an important card, it's more like a filler. So now we're on to Dice Jar. Dice Jar is one of the best cards on the deck because its effect is flip. Both players roll a 6-sided dice. The player with the lowest result takes damage equal to their opponent's roll times 500. Okay, that sounds a bit like okay, but then if someone gets roll a 6, the loser will take 6000 damage. So it can hurt yourself, but it can also really be helpful, like you'll see in some battles I'll show later on the same video. It really is one of the best cards to use on this deck, and this is pretty luck based, but it's still what you need for this deck. So now we got another, you need three of those of course, and you need another Akaka Archer again, just for I guess deck, although isn't really important. I'd probably take him out, I don't know, it didn't really help me out. Now we got Stealth Bird. Stealth Bird is pretty funny because you can inflict 1000 damage when you flip it, but only when you flip summon. But then its effect that once per turn you can make it set again, so you can keep flipping it for 1000 damage every time. And I got two of those because, you know, it's good and all, but it doesn't have enough defense to stand much time. So next up we got Nurse. Nurse is just here for her effect. Her effect is every time my opponent gains life points, he will lose life points instead. So if he'll get like 3000 from gift card, he'll just lose 3000 because of the Nurse effect. So yeah, that works pretty good with most of the deck, and you'll want like two of those because you got a bad reaction that does the same effect, and you got three of those, so you don't really need like more than two of those. Now we got one Hinotama just for the fun, inflict 500 damage. You got a Tremendous Fire, you want three of those because it inflicts 1000 damage to your opponent and only 500 to yourself. So that's a pretty good trade if you want to do that. If not, you can find another card. And you got a Goblin Thief, which works really good with the Tremendous Fire because your opponent loses 500 HP and you gain 500 HP. So Tremendous Fire will make you lose the 500, and Goblin Thief will make you gain the 500 back. And Spell Observation gives you another 1000 with all the stuff going on, because every time a spell is being used you gain 500 life. So you want three of those each. And now you want Upstart Goblin, mainly because of the Nurse and the bad reaction effect, which I get in a second. All you do is just draw a card and make your opponent lose 1000 life points. So that's a really good card, and you want three of those just because it's 3000 damage and it's really helpful. You'd want one Heigiki because your opponent might set up and you really don't want that to happen. So yeah, that's really good to destroy all his monsters. A Pot of Duality, you need one, but I like to run two because it's really helpful if you need a certain card, like gift card in order to win or something, or bad reaction. So yeah, I'd suggest 2, but it's just your choice. Now you'd want Reign of Mercy, you want 2 of those, because it gives both of you 1000 life, but your opponent actually loses 1000 life when I use it because of the bad reaction effect or the nurse effect. So yeah, and now we got Ukazi, which you'll want 2 of those. Just for the damage, it's 800 damage, it's not bad at all. Now we're on to the bad reaction to Simochi. So this card does pretty much what the nurse did, but it's there forever. I mean, you can destroy it, but you got 3 of those. And that's the main card in your deck, except for those 2. So you need 3 of those. And now gift card works really well with most of the cards on this card list, because it gives your opponent 3000 damage. So instead, bad reaction to Smoochie make them lose 3000 damage. So that's a pretty good trade-off that you need. And now you need to go one of the last cards, except for Mirror Force, which everyone knows, just in case someone set up, is the Pets of Destiny. You roll a dice, and if it goes on tails, you gain it. On tails, you lose 2000 damage, and if it goes to heads, you gain 2000 damage. But again, with the bad reaction effect, it shows your opponent that he loses either way, and yeah, so you might lose or win if you use this deck, but your opponent is losing immediately, because even if he gains the 2000, he loses them anyway because of the bad reaction effect. So, oh, on the side deck, if someone is running a dark type deck, you can take this from the side deck, that neither player can normal or special summon dark monster or declare an attack with a dark monster. This card cannot be destroyed by battle with a dark monster, and you take no battle damage from that battle. So you can just put this card if you have a dark opponent with dark cards, and he can't touch you, and you can do whatever you want. So yeah, let's show you some battles now. And yeah, there are 3 battles, and I've won 2 of those in 2 turns, so this deck certainly does work. Have fun. So now we're at our first battle. Our first battle was 3 turns long, and yeah, it was pretty quick. I let the other guy start, and it was our second battle, but I forgot to record the first one, but it wasn't that bad. So here's my first turn. I got Marshmallow, which was pretty laggy, and I got also the spell thingy, spell observation, and he used his trap. I just checked what it does, and I was like, okay. But then I just put everything on everything on set, just because I knew I could use it next round, and I wasn't really scared of it. And now his turn again. He just takes his time. I don't really. He takes his sweet time. Now he made it that no one can use traps, and used Meiji Gear Panda. Attacked my Marshmallow. I lost 1000 health, and now it's my turn. I got Dice Jar, which I was really happy about. It was really great cards. So now I just summoned a Dice Jar and use Spell Observation, Goblin Thief, Tremendous Fire, and the Orc. Now he lost. Yeah, he lost some HP. And I gained a lot because all of the effects and stuff from the Orc, the Goblin Thief, I mean, and the Spell Observation. So I actually gained life instead of losing in the end. And I was tempting to go for the Raigeki, but I didn't really wanted to do that in the end. Oh, I guess it's a 3-turn win. Okay. So I flipped. and now it was my golden time. I actually got a 6 on the dice, and now he knew he had no chance, but he rolled anyway, just in case, and he got a 4, so I won. And that was the first battle. Yep. And now we're on our second battle. In the second battle, I didn't got any monsters. I only got traps and spells. But I figured it out, and yeah, this was a 2-turn battle. I don't know even how I did it because this guy seemed really professional. But yeah, so now it's my turn. I used Ukazi. Oh, no. Oh, I used bad reaction because I forgot. He didn't really do his phases. And then I used gift card as a chain, so he already lost 3000 life. Now I use the penny thingy. I gained the 2000 and he automatically lost the 2000, although he rolled it, but he lost anyway because even he would gain it, he would lose. And now I use Upstart Goblin to draw another card. I wasn't really happy with this card. I used Ukazi, and I used Rain of Mess. Oh, he didn't even went down with his health enough. And then he just quitted, so I guess that's a 2-turn win. Thanks for watching.